Hello, everyone. I'm Kimberly Shea. I'm one of the founding members of the Global Alliance of Speech-to-Text Captioning. I'm the current chair-elect, and I lead the Caption Quality Task Force. In December of 2021, the Disability Advisory Committee for the Federal Communications Commission held a public meeting. Representatives from the broadcast industry and streaming platforms were present. They made statements that AI-generated captions were the solution. They were the future of captioning. Consumers and consumer advocates responded and they said, wait a minute, before you can say it's the solution or the future, first we need a metric by which we can measure the accuracy of those captions, because that is still very much an issue and there are a lot of challenges in that regard, even to this day. So fast forward 3 months, it's the spring of 2022. It is tornado season in the south part of the US. That's where I live. It can be unnerving and frightening because this type of weather often ends in destruction and devastation. I live on the second floor of a 2-story building with no storm shelter. At 12:15 a.m. on March 31st, weather became unstable. I turned on the television. There was a lot of weather happening, but there were no captions. And I knew that my neighbors relied on those captions for their access to content, to what was happening, what to do, what to prepare for. That's what really prompted me to start monitoring the captions in my local market, but also in the markets that I travel to for work. It was really astonishing and quite frustrating to see how poor the quality was and the accuracy of what was being aired across the country. In the US, we have federal guidelines for what standards should be, and it is very often that those captions, any kind of regulation that they're supposed to have, they don't meet those standards. So we started the task force. It is a very general understanding that people have a right to captions, but there's an enormous gap in the understanding of what that really means. The actual right is to equal and effective access to communication. That's what people have a right to. So that means effective captions, readable, accurate, and useful captions. Right now, that's not happening across our country. When you have missed content, you have inaccurate words, poor timing, poor placement. If it's jumping on the screen as it's making changes, none of that is accessible content. All that is words on a screen that's unusable, and it means nothing to the people who really depend on captions for equal access to communications. So again, that's why we formed the task force. We are gathering video samples. We are evaluating those captions on the NER model. We believe that is the best model to measure the content accuracy. We are storing the data. We are making it available for education, advocacy, and legislation. And we hope that the workflow that we have created and the data that we collect, we hope that that will be useful to you in your regions, in your languages, so that we can all work together to ensure that everyone across the world has equal and effective access to communications, no matter where they live. I really wish that I could be there today, but I'm hopeful and optimistic that in the future, there will be opportunity for us all to connect. Be well.